everybody. From the Accu-Stats Arena at Caesars, Southern Indiana. Welcome to the 2022 Derby City Classic and the all-around Pocket Billiards Championship. Thank you. Without question, this is Pool's most exciting event, and it's proudly sponsored by Diamond Billiard Products, by Simonis Cloth, and by Aramuth. We'd also like to recognize our three associate sponsors, OBQs, Outsville, and Master Chalk. And lastly, recognizing our terrific tournament direction team from Bad Boys Billiards Productions. 12 years in a row here at the Caesars Southern Indiana, and we want to thank them once again for being great partners and hosts for us all along the way. And of course, we want to say how much we appreciate all our great Derby City fans around the world watching, and those of you that year after year come here and support us. We are truly one big family. Thank you all very, very much. Well, we can't go much further in the one pocket division. 370 players began. 368 of them aren't here anymore. We're down to 2 players. Neither have a rebuy. We have 1 race to 3 to crown a champion. Let's introduce them to you right now. From Moscow, Russia, a former world 9-ball champion and a recently crowned Derby City Bank Pool champion, sponsored by Diamond, by Q-Tech, and by Tom. Please welcome Fedor Gorst. His opponent's from Columbia, South Carolina. He's a former 2-time Space City one-pocket champion, former Big Dogs one-pocket champion, and a host of other one-pocket titles, too numerous to mention. He's sponsored by Tara Billiards, Enviro Assessments, and Lomax. Let's hear it for Josh Roberts. All right, here we go. To crown a champion, we're going to send it upstairs to the comm box once again to the championship team, Mark Wilson and Double J. Go ahead.
1 race to 3 with Mark and Jeremy. This is the finals.
Yeah, and looks like 2 competitive lags, if that's to tell us anything about our match. Wow. And looky there, Josh Roberts, who will rack his own balls here in this final. And, you know, one thing I think Josh probably took a look at himself from last night, knowing he got a little loose early in that match, yeah, and then tightened down tightened it up a little bit, right? And got better as he went and won a big match against Darren Appleton last night. I think he needs to stick along those lines. Of course, he's going to play aggressive when aggressive is available. But he knows what he's faced up against, a guy that's already had a ton of success here in this arena already this weekend. 2nd place finish in the Bigfoot. Wins the Banks. Now here in the finals of the one pocket. So Josh obviously has played quite a bit more of this game than Fedor, but it's just a race to 3 here, Mark.
And Gorst just came off of a hotly contested match with Darren Appleton here on the TV table. So maybe the fact that Josh Roberts won the lag kind of balances it out here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I got to believe, just like last night, on the outer table, I like Josh a little bit. On this table here, it could change a little, especially like you said, Fedor got that match under his belt here today, and speed and really banking the ball, that's where it really comes in, him getting that match, being comfortable with those 2 things, the speed of the table and the bank shots.
Most interesting break there because the balls didn't really come apart. That corner ball didn't leave. Everything's right intact.
I love it. I mean, that's exactly how I wanted to break against Efren. I don't want a ton of balls coming off there and give him a bunch of choices. This bodes well for a little slower and longer game, and I don't think it hurts Josh at all. Now here he can get aggressive, trying to just bump it or go 1 row into the stack. Okay. Now see the line, the way the line on Fedor's side, the kind of solid line of the balls, the 13, 6, 12. And
yeah.
That, you know, that offers a kick shot sometimes to where you go up table. Now, that's the type of shot you shoot when you're not fearing your opponent's offense quite as much, because sometimes there is that top ball that leaks out for a bit of a shot. Oh, he's going aggressive. He's not hitting it soft. And He hit it with like a center stun ball.
I think he almost stiffed it back into the stack rather than like you were saying, you wanted it to glide down to the other end of the table, right?
Yeah, and what he thought was that he was going to stick. That's why he.
Oh, he thought it was going to stick.
Yeah, and I didn't think that had much chance of happening. And this 15 cuts, and he can go into the 4. So keeping Fedor off the shot, I thought was a huge thing, especially at the beginning of the match. But now here, nothing easy. But this is something he's going to bet on a little more than others. He's trying to draw the ball to catch the 4 full. Not only for safety, but to hold shape on the 2-10. Oh, he played it that way. Pretty conservative, but I like it. Now, on this slick table, the long rail kicks to get behind the 10 are much more touchy. You can scratch a lot easier. The 14's in the way anyways, but just for future reference in this match. And Josh is already in a really bad spot because he can come off of maybe the 1, but now he's opening up a bunch of balls. So he's going to try and get this kick maybe? I don't know. He'd love to make it. This is looking a little scratchish. Yeah, and that's the problem. Exactly what I was talking about, Mark. That on the outer tables that are broken a little more, you can get that cue ball to stand up.
Rattles and hangs.
It'd be interesting to see how he plays this. Yeah, I would look at the 15 myself for next. And the reason why is because I can maybe dislodge a ball or two and then cut the 10 and come up and down the table.
Yes.
If you just go to the 10 or the 2-10, very hard to get a lot of balls from here.
Yeah, I think, you can play pretty flat on the 15, just a hint of an angle, just chip the 10 or the 12 ball down after you pocket the 15. Then it's up and down. Then you have the 2 or that 12 ball to get on.
Yeah, and he may dislodge, the 12. And the thing is, if he gets nice on the 15, he can really control the 12. Like, just let it come out a little bit for maybe, future help opening the balls again, right?
Yep.
Well, he's going to definitely have more speed on the 12 than we thought.
I thought he would get a little flatter just to make
me
sure.
too.
Because you really don't want to drive a pile of balls over towards Josh's pocket from here.
Yeah. And you don't want to just stop your ball, maybe.
Oh, he might be going forward, Jeremy, and get on the 10 and then just back up and play the 2 no matter what happens. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
it's flat.
It looks like unless you really want to drive through the 12, that you're still going to be coming towards the 10 with the cue ball with an angle. It looks like that to me.
And that's okay, too.
Yeah. You just can't be too aggressive, that's all.
Yeah, he can just float this in. He doesn't have to hit this hard.
No, and I'm still surprised he didn't play a little heavier on the 15 myself. Of course, I'm learning things from this guy all the time, so here's another one, I'm sure. He could play it hard if he feels like he's going to hit it full and maybe scramble some balls. Yeah, and
now the draw hurt him. He needed follow there.
Yeah, and a light follow as well.
Yeah.
And that's why I thought maybe Fuller on the 15 to hold for the 10, dislodge a couple balls like he did, and then up and down with the cue ball. So a bit of a break, considering what Fedor's been doing to everyone else. A bit of a break here. Great camera view there to see what he has. Now he can bank the 1, try to twist it into the 10, and just hold right there, taking a good chance of making it. You know what I'm saying? What he's looking at is banking the 3, going into the rail and killing the cue ball on the 8. Little touchier because you can't use left to throw the 3 back. You have to cut it. If you use left to throw the 3, the cue ball will continue to carry after it hits the 8. So this will be like draw with a hair of right, actually. So he's got to cut this a bit. Trying to see what else he may have besides. I mean, he doesn't have anything super near the pocket besides the 10.
Doesn't look easy to get behind the 4, which would be great from here if you could.
Yeah, but without getting anything on your side, getting behind the 4 isn't as great as you think.
True that. No,
yeah,
true that.
Because then he can just get you up in the corner. So no left English here. Oh, he's putting left, too.
He is. He's going to go into the 8 and just use the speed.
Oh, he hit it. He hit the 8 dead on the nose, and that was a key to hold the cue ball.
Couldn't have hit it any better. It almost scored the ball, but they got it jumbled up.
And does Josh have any opening here with the cue ball? Because the 14 got him and the 12 got him cut off here. We'll pan down here in a moment.
He's down on one knee looking at it. So
if
we
he's
know
got
it's
to
tight.
if he's got to swerve it and billiard the 10 in if he can, that's not terrible. Josh with a big stroke, of course. Slip stroke, true slip stroke. When he takes his paws at the cue ball, he slips the backhand back.
Don't see that very often.
Not these days, right? Oh, wow, what a great shot.
That was tremendous shot from where he was at.
Yeah, and look what the 3 has done. Really a full eclipse on like 4 or 5 balls right there. If he can shave the 6, it'd be nice to get behind the 4 now. If there's a path by the 1.
Yeah, that was
Maybe something mild on the 12, huh? Oh, no, it looks like he can get behind the 4. He's going to, or can he see the 1? Is that what he's doing?
queuing up on the 3 there to begin with. No, maybe he is the 1.
Oh, well, he's got a cross-corner bank then. Don't baby it. It'll bleed on you into the 5 if you baby it. He hit it pretty solid. Nice shot. Now decision's a thin 3. I think he probably shoots the 5-2 maybe. I don't know. It's not a terrible combination for these guys. He doesn't have to hit the 5 as thin as,
Yeah.
he can throw it a little bit. Protect the cue ball pretty well. We'll see what kind of contact he gets from the 5 to the 2 if the 5 holds up, if he makes the 2 for shape, because he'll want to pull the cue ball back towards the 12 here. I mean, he can't bet the game on this with a high ball or nothing like that. This is another one, if you really feel good about the line of the cue ball, you can shoot it a hair more, give it a little better chance, as long as you're coming into the 12. He played it really light.
I think it was mainly he was trying to get that cue ball pinned up there, but
Yeah.
he got the 2 over the hole. Josh will have to deal with that.
Looks like he can cross it over.
Gotta be careful not to sell out a bank there.
Yeah. Pretty hard to, though, but yeah, definitely. I'd love to see that cue ball on the rail right there, just so it makes it a little harder to come back behind balls. You know what I mean, Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah, he can't dig on the ball as much, that being the cue ball.
If he could maybe bank the 12 and drag the cue ball down behind the 4, but that's not an easy shot. You got to execute pretty darn well.
He must like the bank combo here, is all I can tell you. Got to shoot that with some speed, too, to get the 2 to the pocket. Not only make it, but just over on your side. I think this is if he is not snookering him on the 3 here, this is a bit of a dangerous shot.
Boy, I'm going to learn something here then, because this doesn't look right at all.
I think it's just 5 into the 2. He likes the line of it, so he feels good about it.
He hit it good, and he was able to control the cue ball well. So.
And the kid recognizes everything. You notice how he stunned that. That's the only way he could really give it a chance to go. If he rolls it, it probably doesn't get to the hole at all. So this guy didn't miss much, and a great cue ball on the rail. Now, this is the type of shot you could elevate if you feel good, hitting the right side of the 3, trying to go up table some.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of balls to slow the 3 down, so he's hitting a level cue. Does that mean he's going down low here? Okay. Now this is where Fedor should shoot off the 6 if he's comfortable what's happening with the 9. Hopefully get a ball on his side up the table. Drop the cue ball behind the 4. He could shoot off the 9 as well.
Yeah.
It's a little thinner. The 9 doesn't guarantee a ball on his side, but it should get a ball on his side. He could come off the 10 easily as well, too. That may be even the easier shot of the 3. And then he should, maybe the 10 comes across on his side off the 12, something like that, if he cuts it enough. Yeah, like that.
Boy, what a good cue ball he has.
Yeah, Josh just got to stick to one pocket is what he's got to do. Looks like, is it the 14 here? Doesn't go, but it's kind of, I like leaving the 14 covering up the 3. I'd rather shoot through the 11 and go up there to the side rail and try and use that 12 as a big ball.
Mm-hmm.
And if this went, Mark, it'd be different, but the 7's right in the way.
Yeah.
I love his cue ball, though. That's what you can't be afraid of, is challenging, putting pressure on him. Not really challenging him, but putting pressure on Fedor. Now that front view, we'll get a look in a moment, but I wanted to see, what's it look like coming off the 2? Yeah, it looks a little thinnish to go behind the 3-7. Now, can he push through on the 14? That looks tough. That's the ball on the side rail just above the 7. Kind of bank it towards his hole and go behind the 7. That's awfully tough shot. I suspect he's just shooting through on the 7. Is he crossing the 7, going into the inside of the 3?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but cut it a little bit so he's let him see the 2.
Well, good speed, though. Boy, that can easily get away from you, that ball.
Yeah, when you cut it like that, you can catch the point with the object ball sometimes and sell out easily also.
I realize that this maybe doesn't go, but if he can bank the 2 ball at the 5, 2 cushions, and then get the cue ball up by the side pocket there to protect the 3 and the 4.
I might go all the way up if I have enough angle, if I'm not forcing it, because you don't want the 2 to have like rocket speed on it.
Right,
so.
Right. Yeah, if you can get all the way up, that would be great. I don't know if you can do all
Man,
of
I
it.
like the 8. Doesn't the 8 bank right in his hole? Man, it looked like the 8 twisted right in his hole from where he was at, and the cue ball went naturally over to the side rail. I would have loved to do something with the 2 as well, but, man, that was a really pocketable bank right there.
The 8 might have been the better play.
Yeah, cue ball was about where the 2's at now a second ago when Fedor shot through the 7. So now Fedor's, the thing about this, you'd like to go through the 5 with high right, and when you hit the side rail, you come back behind the 4. But the slick table really doesn't grab that English like the outer tables do.
Yeah, I like the idea that he looked at it, but no, that's not the shot in this case. Just go simple, simple.
Yeah, for sure, this is the shot. Love to get something on his side, shooting through this somehow. Yeah, that's important, I think. And he protected it somehow with the 5. All right, looks like the 11's the play somehow. Go over on, I don't know where he's going with the cue ball, though, just onto the 6 and all that. Oh, he's left him straight in. I think he's left him a very playable shot here. There's a little air there. I don't know if he can make it or not, but there's a little air. Maybe the stretch has got him.
No, he looked at it to see.
Just not shootable.
Yeah,
huh?
it's just not shootable.
Is he trying to kick behind this ball?
Behind the 3 is what he's looking at. He doesn't have a direct route to the pocket, though, is the problem with that. But if you use right-hand English, maybe you can get it to grab and come down by the 4.
Yeah. A high ball helps you a little bit, but you can't baby it too much. You have to
Right.
shoot it a little bit anyways. Watch out for the 3 coming back across if he puts speed in it. And he's really trying to make the cue ball go downward. Touchy shot, though, because you're afraid if you don't hit your mark and you put enough speed on it,
Yes.
you sell out. I'll tell you what, the way the 6 is laying, I know it sounds crazy, but it's not bad to bank it off the 6 right in your pocket. I mean, I know it's a little bit, dangerous, that's for sure, but I mean, it sits pretty nice. And you can bring the cue ball to the bottom rail. You might give up a bank, though. Oh, he's taking a lot of chance. That's forcing it. And the reason why that's really forcing it is the bank didn't even go. The 4 and the 5 are in the way.
Yeah.
Right? So the best you're trying is to make a bank combination. 6 definitely goes. 3 goes. 9 will go as soon as he clears the 6. Perfect. Better up now 4 to -1 in game 1, and Josh broke the balls. Nice heavy angle here. So he should get to where he needs 1 coming up the table for his 8th ball, 8 ball, 12 ball, maybe a bank on the 14. Now this is the shot to where the English doesn't grab as much as the outer tables with the top left, so it kind of wants to fade towards the 12 if you just use top. We'll see how he cues it.
Make sure you get this ball down, no matter whether you get position or not. Just get on 7, then defend yourself from there.
Well, you can always get the bank on the 14. That's never a problem. If, so you can be aggressive going at the 10 a little bit. Even maybe the 8 if you want to, like, stun one rail. I suggest not that, but.
I'm just saying, don't do anything with the cue ball that costs you any
miss.
degree of accuracy. Right. Get this ball down if you don't get position. Boy, that's nice speed.
Yeah, and that's the key
Look
to
at that speed.
And that's the key to make the check work is the speed. If you overhit it, it wants to go forward a little bit on you instead of grabbing that little bit of left English.
Yeah, the overspin negates the hint the side spin.
Well, it hits ball rail real quick. That's the problem. If it has time to develop a little bit, it's different. But when it hits ball rail real quick, you have to be disciplined to kind of smooth it up there. And now Fedor up 1-0.
Surprised to not see the Sword brothers here ringside with Fedor.
Jason's down there. I see him in the black Nike hat. Yeah, he was right in the same place next to Stu in the first match here today.
Oh, okay. I just didn't see him. I didn't see him. Yeah.
Yeah, Emily Frazier from, excuse me, I believe she's here. Yeah, she's here sweating the one pocket final. Give us 1 second. Oh, he caught the corner ball hair.
It's going to be a re-break.
That's our rule here at the Derby and most one pocket rules. Yeah, look all the way from London. Emily Frazier of Matchroom Multisport and Matchroom Pool. Here sweating the action. She said I talked to her earlier, she loves the bank ring game. She's like her favorite thing in pool. So she's front and center waiting for that.
All right.
Always with the serious look.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and she came into the country to do a few things for the U.S. Open, I heard. And now at the Derby City Classic.
Well, she's doing great things for pool, no doubt about it.
Well, she's kind of come into her own a little bit when it comes to that, right? She's figured it out. She's learning. And there's that little gap we were talking about. I don't think he left him the 4, though. Man, you got to be really, this is where if you're worried about that 13, you shoot through the 13 and go behind the 4. Otherwise, you better lay it down ticking the 10 or going through the 10, getting him behind the 4.
And it takes a good shot shooting through the 13 from here.
Yeah, you got
to be accurate with that.
you got to cut it a hair and go actually kind of straight at the 4 off the 13. If you do it straight on, I think the 13 catches a piece of the 4 and could sell out. Oh, big stroke, kind of. I don't know what he's doing with the big stroke. All right, he's trying to recreate some problems. So
Good job there.
Yeah.
Comfortably accomplished.
Yeah, he gambled a little bit, but that's okay. All right, behind the 13 here. Solid behind the 13. This is where you do try to come up on the ball. A lot of times you just lay them on the rail, but when it's sitting real natural, you come on the ball.
Mission accomplished. Got a lot done with that shot.
And Josh can't really afford to kick here because there's just no security. So on kicking,
Kind of accomplishes a lot there because just takes a foul, but that's not that useful of a foul.
he left the cut on the 2. He's going to be able to go 1, 2, maybe drag off the 3rd in rail, that being the bottom of the top rail, the short rail, and get on the 1. The 8 goes. Whew. This could be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 balls that are loose, including the bank on the 13. So it should be something like the 2, 1, 4. Make a choice. Do I bank the 13 then and get on the 8, or do I just get on the 8? Probably just gets on the 8. Yeah, he's shooting from here, I think, anyways. I don't think he's playing it off the 4 or anything crazy like that. Like I said, it should be side rail, in rail, up towards the 1.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Beautiful hit. I love the time he took because he knows that's the shot. That's the shot that wins this rack or puts him way in the lead.
I might ignore the 1 here. And the only reason being, if I can't kill my cue ball and hold the angle on the 4, I'm good on the 4 right now.
Exactly.
And the thing is, if I shoot the 1 and try to come across, I could get kind of flattish, not that great on the 8. So, I want to maybe have an opportunity to use the 8, even though I don't think breaking the pack is going to do a ton. Doesn't look like. But we'll see.
And you can always work back to the 1, plus it's
yeah.
never going in Josh's pocket. So
yeah, and he can get 7 here now that I count. I mean, the 5 and 14, definitely balls that are bankable here. So he must feel good about killing this, maybe.
Maybe going into the 3.
No, he's going to use
kill it.
He's going to use the 13, I think. I just see him thinking the 13 is just too much of a hanger. It gives him a lot of freedom when he shoots the 8 also, Mark. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If he gets the 13 out of there, it gives him – he doesn't have to worry about getting jammed up. So – I don't know what the right call is here as far as what you should do, bank the 13. This table banks so easy, it kind of feel like the 13 is a pretty easy bank. So, but it looks like he's going to move the cue ball now to the 8.
And maybe use the 13 bank as an insurance ball.
A little bit.
Depending on how you get on it, though, it can be double kiss.
He got perfect.
Too. No, I mean the 13.
No, I'm just talking about the break. I thought he got perfect. Maybe it came a little high.
But he's still good. He can still roll ahead and play the 13 and not even fool with.
Yeah, and then bank the 5.
Yeah.
He can get to where he needs 6. I mean, he has 6, needing 2. I think he did want to try and get a push-through angle right there on the 8 to try and open some balls. It just didn't happen.
I agree.
He's perfect right here, though. Just stop your ball. Then you can bank the 5 and put the cue ball into the pile with that natural angle.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that's a really dandy shot.
Yeah, just it looks like a stop your ball bank. He won't baby this one too much. Wants it to tighten up nicely and slide up the rail.
Now you got that where he can bank it and slide.
Yeah, just really.
Right at the 10, I imagine.
Yeah, I don't think he really tries to produce a shot. Just
No.
You know, because good chance he makes the bank the way he's playing.
But you just have to bank the 10 then.
Or
the
just
14,
play safe
whatever that's
whatever
in
it
there,
is. Yeah.
The one thing you want to be careful of is going into the 9 here.
Yeah, it'll be so slow. He'll be on top of the 10 anyways, I think. But
okay.
I wouldn't even want to go up into there. I think I'd want to go into the 10.
Yeah.
That way, don't leave Josh no opportunity on the 14.
Well, he landed perfectly on the 10.
Yeah,
Tightened up the rack.
His
Look at
speed
that
is
good
perfect.
shot. Now he's got the 14. He can just draw back. Well, maybe not.
No, I think he
can't
pinned
tell.
the cue ball so
Okay.
well. He can't do that.
Trapped himself.
Yeah. Now, this you got to anticipate the kick from Josh. If you clip the 10 and come down, Josh is supposed to kick, whether it's take a foul or whatever, to open the balls mildly. So sometimes, believe it or not, your safest shot with a 6-0 lead is to go up table with the cue ball here. Doesn't happen very often, but like say you can't see all the 14, and the way he's looking is like, man, he has a 3-railer on the 14 here. He's looking like he's not stuck to the 9. Now, not to now I'll tell you what he can do, because this table plays long. He can overcut the 14. He wants to do that anyways on the 3-railer, and he can draw the cue ball 1 rail into the pile. This is the shot I like. Now, I wouldn't have brought it on his side a little bit or over maybe, but so Josh has got to get to the end rail. No doubt about it. He's got to keep doing it. Now, if you bank this on your side, it makes it easier. I'd bank this towards the stack myself. 1 ball is not a big deal. Now Fedor can move this 14 very easily away. You know what I mean? If you put it over the middle of the table with the 6 to -1 lead, it's a lot harder to defend, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. He's going to have to get something opened up.
well, in Josh's defense, what's the 9-10 look like?
Not good.
It doesn't go towards his hole, the 9-10?
Oh, it definitely does go
okay. So
towards his hole.
maybe that bank made him think he could maybe get the 9-10 going towards his pocket. Some come up into the stack here. Myself, unless the stack's a worry, I leave the cue ball down here. Nice shot. Now here's that kick shot I was telling you about. Josh should definitely play some kind of kick here. And this here, Mark, even if you just take a foul, you know what I mean? Get maybe Fedor to have to edge a ball and give you a little breathing room. Because Josh hasn't had much. He went through it. That's going to be upsetting. Now the big, tall, lanky Fedor is going to be able to reach over, I think, and cut this 3. He's got a bank on the 15 also, but the 3 leads to a straight-in 15. So Josh won the lag. I think if Fedor gets out, time to take the timeout, in my opinion, Mark.
Well, he needs 1 ball.
Yeah, go clear your head. You know, go talk to the guy you talk to in matches like this, whatever it is. But definitely, in my opinion, time to take a timeout.
Good timing on the stroke. 2-0 is our score. Once again, Fedor is really thinking well.
Yeah.
The way he ran those balls and got on the bank, and then his position, the stun bank, then the straight back.
It was a little upsetting to see Josh give up a shot trying to take a foul like that.
Yeah, we saw that in the other game with Appleton too.
Yeah, his kicking speed was off. That's one thing that Darren can go back and say, it just cost me on a few shots. Now, in this race to 3 and you lose the lag, Federer's put himself in a great position. He's going to get to break once, at least, only once, actually, to win the match. He's going to have 2 of Josh's breaks to win the match as well. One thing you could say for Josh's side of things is last night he had a first couple so-so games, right, and then really turned it on. What a beautiful break that was. And that's what I mean. Win this game, get through. He's breaking the balls great.
This is very problematic.
And this doesn't come up much. But sometimes, if you're comfortable, you can kick the 15 and go on to the 4 with the cue ball and really not let him be able to cut the 10 or the 5 from jacked up over those balls, right? It's more like a real bad situation kind of shot.
Yeah.
You don't shoot it very often.
Well, you have to hit that 15 so good to get that result. But, yes, it's certainly possible.
You got a couple different ways you can hit it. So
yeah.
He's going to roll out to the corner probably, which is a smart shot, leaving the 10-14 a little off angle. A thin cut on the 15 that I don't think Josh would shoot at.
So Jeremy's saying just take a foul and get down table.
Yeah, get to that upper right corner if you're looking at your screen now. So he's on his extension. Is he looking at something in the stack?
Yeah, he was looking kind of to see the 1, 6, 7, see if there's anything there.
Well, the good thing about this 2-rail kick he's looking at on the 10, very hard to judge on the slick table, but if he executes, he leaves a double kiss on the 11 and no bank. I would still rather probably go up into the corner myself. This lays pretty good, though.
Tough shot to execute.
Yeah, it lays all right, though. Just like
Golly.
that. And you notice how it's a double kiss, and he recognized that he was leaving a double kiss on the 11.
World class.
What I thought was a double kiss anyways.
I think he can get out. Well, maybe not.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
pretty flat, yeah.
Slick table makes it harder to beat the kisses, believe it or not. Now, what about the 15 doesn't bank either, huh? He can't overcut the bank by the 9.
Yeah, from my view, it doesn't really look like it. Oh, he's going to get on the stack here.
Yeah, but this is where Federer doesn't mind that so much. The ball's coming away a little bit. Now the bank alley's open more, though. This one pocket's way too complex for us humans, I think. Too much going on. I like the 2-rail kick behind the 5, taking the foul. I think that's the shot that gets you out of it here in the future a little more. If you just stick on the stack right here, you're asking for Josh to give you a little bit of air somewhere. He's looking at coming up on the 5. And this is where you learn if you're going to kick at this ball, you just want to lay behind the 5 on the rail. Use the eclipse more than come up on the ball. No spin. This one you want to just go a natural path, usually with hardly any left, if any at all. Oh, he's coming up on it. And that's fine, but the thing is when you come up on it, you actually give him a little more options. If you lay on the rail behind it, this 14 isn't available right now. Escaping with the cue ball a little bit, it's just a little less opportunity. Now with the 11 underneath the rack, if he banks the 14 kind of at the 5, one rail, and put him underneath on the end rail, right? It's real hard to protect against that 11 ball bank.
Oh, yeah.
You see?
Yes.
So, yeah, that's why letting him get up table easily up here on this shot. Oh, he overcut that a lot, though. And the cue ball speed wasn't that great either. So now Federer's going to be able to cue the ball, which is not what you want. All right. What's the 9 look like off the 6, Mark? Because the 10, if you can 2-rail it at the 9.
Yeah. It looks good unless it catches a piece.
Of the 7?
Yeah.
But even if, you could 2-rail this ball at the 4 maybe and get it to slide off the 4 into the 9.
You can for sure park the cue ball there, not let that 5 ball get clipped back at you. You're fine.
Yeah, and
No
I
matter
think
what
he wants to pull it a little bit, but we'll see. He might be crossing this and going into the 5 with the cue ball off the back rail. Now, the bank doesn't go because of the 11, but he's hitting a high ball here, so that makes me think he's crossing this ball. Pretty decent speed. Well, Fedor got him a banner earlier this week, but we're going to have a new one-pocket banner between one of these two guys that will rest in this DCC arena for as long as it's around, that being the tournament. And he's going to give up a shot on the 11, and this is going to hurt. You know, and you want a game plan right if you're Josh a little bit, but also Josh wins with his offense as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't blame him.
And it's a shot that he makes quite often.
Yeah. Okay, I think that the 4 goes in a moment if he can get above it, but he can shoot the 11, get on the 5 and 10. Of course, Fedor's thinking, how am I going to get out? And the one thing the kid does is he just doesn't get ahead of himself too much.
Yeah, he wants to get more than 4 if he can, but it's not looking easy to do. There's nothing that's safe about trying to get more than 4 here.
Well, like I said, I think the 4 ball goes by the 9. There's an area over here to get between the 15, 14, and if the 4 goes, that opens up the 15. So, and he can get to the back of that.
This might be the ball to get on the 4 then if that goes.
You're exactly right. He played it twice. He's going to use the 5, but he got a little, maybe a little less angle than he wanted. A little bit, maybe. I think he uses the 7 now to get on the 4.
Yep. He's got a pretty wide berth there, and he can protect himself throughout the whole shot, even if he comes short on the position.
And he just usually gets there. That's the thing with this guy. It's not that he can rely on success a lot of times, which is a beautiful thing.
Look at that good speed.
Yeah, he's got a nice natural angle, a little bit more than he wanted. But the thing is, he's close enough to it. He's got such a good stroke, he can really pinch the cue ball here.
Mm-hmm.
And if he can get on this 4, that opens up the 15, and that'll get him to where I think he needs 1. Is that correct?
No, he needs a whole bunch.
Did he owe 1? Oh, he owed 1. That's why. Okay. Yeah. So these
say you get tangled up over here, you can still sometimes 4-rail the 15 with a stop shot too, right?
Yeah, or push the rack over
Yeah.
and stick the cue ball.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, this is big to make this one, regardless if you get on the 4. Now he's overcut it. Yeah, kind of let up. First time he kind of let up a little bit. Maybe really concentrating on the cue ball.
Looks like he did get the 4 if he would have scored the 7.
Yeah, and the other thing is, just like with Darren, until Josh shows him otherwise, he's gonna play it pretty safe, right?
Mm-hmm. Not the easiest ball to kick in here either because it's just an inch out of the pocket.
Yeah. Now you can kick 3 rails at it. You can do something with that way. If you're real confident on the kick shot, you could kick and try and scratch on purpose and kind of kick the 7 over. I don't know. That's pretty hard. It might come up is the problem.
Yeah, this is tricky.
Yeah, you don't want to open balls. He's looking at the 5 off the 8. Wow, how's he going to get at the 9, though? Off the back rail? Looks like the 6 got the 9 pretty covered up if he's thinking the side rail.
Yeah, that's you're betting the game on this shot. That's what you're doing.
He's just going to edge this. He's come too far. I think he cuts that 7 in. I think, anyways. He definitely gets to where he gets to keep it unless Josh wants to follow it in or something. But
Yeah. Yeah, the lanky Fedor Gorst reach out, inside spin.
Oh, he missed it. Now we'll get a guess at that 5 ball. Actually, there's going to be a ball spotting, so maybe that'll keep Josh from shooting at that 5 he was looking at a moment ago. But
And he didn't go with inside spin. He was just trying to naked cut that in.
first real mistake. He's going to get another ball back here in a moment, but Josh should put him in the stack here. Ball spotting is going to be lovely for Josh.
Yes, it is.
Actually, there isn't one spotting. That's right. He already spotted that ball. Back to 2 now. Only 2 for Fedor? Or 1 for Fedor? Oh, yeah, 2 for Fedor. That's correct. Josh has 0. Is Fedor looking at a bank off the ball here?
Looks like off the 15, just parked the cue ball. No. Might be handy to have this ball spotted up again, too. Won't
Yeah, really good.
make it. Oh. What is he doing? Yeah. He gave it the. I don't think it goes there now.
Yeah, it looks like it does.
But the last one he spotted up. Okay.
No, Josh shaved that 3 ball, remember, and went
Oh.
over to the rail, so it opened it up just a touch into the stack with the cue ball. Now Josh can start to get a little something going.
Yeah, that's the start of something good.
Yeah. Fedor should kick at this 11, really, at the bottom of it. When you shave the 6, you're giving him opportunity at the stack on the left, on the good side, you know. So really the prudent play here and the smart play is the 2-rail kick at the 11, especially this guy here. He kicks the ball so well. Now I'm interested to see that 5 ball that he was eyeing up earlier with the 9 there off the 8. It's still there, I think, anyways. Well, now it's not going to be there because he's going to have to spot one, so we're not going to get any look at that 5 ball. And I'll tell you what, it does look pretty close. And does Josh just keep putting him in the stack? Probably so, instead of long rail on the 11. Oh. Fedor getting down quickly, so what does that mean? He's just coming back on the 4, I guess. He's got to hook him on the 11 not to give up a long railer, though. Yeah, that's okay. Probably the shot, I guess, but I would rather go behind the 4 and put him on the rail. You know, it's one thing if you're protecting balls, Mark, that are near your pocket.
Yeah.
But when you don't have anything near your pocket, you're going to promote a lot more of a mistake from Josh just going to the rail with the cue ball right there.
This is that bank. You can come around 3 rails.
Yeah, and that's why I was saying that you're better off just going to the rail with the cue ball there instead of letting him cue the ball.
That's good speed.
Yeah. Now the 7 goes, though, and he can come up into maybe the 5. I don't know. This is a very tasty bank to be looking at, unless the 6 is in the way. I'll tell you, if the 5 doesn't go by the 4, I think I bank this and go right at the 14. Just with a pocket speed, you're not going to sell out a thing. I don't think, anyways. I could be wrong, but it looks like the exact perfect line to go right at the 14 as well. That 4 is a big ball blocking the pocket for the 5 and the 8 and all that. Be hard for me not to bank at the 7 myself. You could even rub the 13 a hair, open up for a shot, and still be okay. He went all out and still didn't give up a shot. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
I mean, he did actually. The 5-4 is playable.
But nothing real routine.
No, he's probably going to shoot it. I mean, I would. It looks like he can cut the 5 enough to go around the 7 to me, but real surprised why Fedor didn't play that pocket speed trapping, Mark. I mean, that was laying like really good to snuggle him up in the stack. And it looks like Josh going for the extension. He's got to shoot this, I think. Looks like to me he can hit it with a high right ball and get around the 7. That's the super extension there. What is that, about 2 feet?
Yeah.
It's a big one. Well, he uses the bridge like that, more of a shooting stance.
Good shot.
Yeah. And it looks like the 12 goes if he got there. I don't know if he got shape on anything. 6-9 maybe, I guess. Big shot for Josh Roberts, all I can tell you. Perfect.
Very good shot.
Looking at the 11 and the 5. He's got 2 to the good, so he needs 6 to get out. Definitely, I can see 5 balls are gettable. I don't think he really needs to break the rack unless he's real sure. Now, he can go into the 1 lightly and have the 13, everything open nicely. That's the only ball you want to hit. Why would he hit the 13? Why don't you just draw into the 1? Now, the 13 might go in also with a high ball. Yeah, I don't understand why he just didn't draw into the 1 ball right there, Mark. Weren't they all lined up towards his hole, it looked like, maybe?
Yeah, it did seem that way.
He's still going to be okay, but not going to get all the way out, maybe. Fedor just getting the 8 across on his side mildly, trying to protect it. Good shot. I'll probably shoot on them 3 balls right there as long as the 1 is the 1 not going to push off the 3 towards Fedor's pocket. Just make sure of that. Okay, nice shot. I think that was the right shot. All right, Josh doesn't mind this. The ball's going up a little bit. Now he's trying not to make him go up too far, but hard to get the cue ball back to the end rail. It's more important to get the cue ball to the end rail. Now Josh can't really dig down on the ball too much. Josh got to be careful. Not a lot on his side rail, so. You know, like if Fedor can get at the 3 right now, you know, that's not the most terrible ball to like bump on and let Josh kind of maybe go for something. I know it looks crazy, but I don't mind my opponent shooting at a tough 5 ball where he can get one and maybe give me a cross corner. All right, he's banking the 2 down and trying to challenge. Doesn't think it goes, though. All right.
Might have sold out the 5 there.
Yeah, but still, it's the same thing, though. You know, when you make it, he did sell out the 5, but you got to hit it pretty accurate not to give something up. Cue ball kind of going towards that corner a little bit. Be surprised if Josh shoots at this. I mean, I know he wants to get that game on the board so bad, and he wins with this offense a lot as well.
Slight elevation here.
Oh, he's overcut it. Okay, got the cue ball pretty handy, though. I guess he can't see the 12 enough to get him behind the 3, I don't think. Wouldn't be the most terrible place to put the cue ball at the moment. Is he looking at a kick bank?
Wow, that would be pretty.
Yeah, it doesn't really go, though, with the 2 there.
No, and the cue ball is going to be hot as could be.
Yeah, I'm trying to think where I would go here.
I think
with
you
the
can
cue
do
ball.
that.
I might come off the, I don't know. You got to get him behind the 3 if you're going to go up table. Is he just laying on top of it, maybe?
Yeah. Oh, he's winded up like he's shooting.
Yeah. Wow, how good he hit it. Really accurate. He was obviously trying to get by that 14 to put some pressure on Josh. Josh can't do too much here. He's got to shoot the 11 first. If he wants to draw back and get a little thin, that's fine, or he could set up for the bank. Only needs 3. Is he going to wind up and draw his ball 1 row over? I don't think he can cross this with the 2 and 5 being there. Oh, he can. Looked a little touchy to me, Mark.
Yeah, he got up off of it like he didn't measure up right.
Yeah, Josh Roberts, I know, would just draw this to the rail he's standing on and then back over. This looks touchy going forward.
Boy, double kiss would be brutal.
Yeah.
You'd rather just miss.
Oh, absolutely. All right, now he's drawing it. That's the Josh Roberts I know, but he gets shape over there on that too.
Well, he made the ball. He's
right.
got 7.
That's right. He's got 7. You can pocket the 5 for him here and let the 2 just come up table if you're real worried. Just make the combo for him. He doesn't owe one, but it's not going to hurt you.
You can also just lag into the back of the 5.
Yeah, off the top of the 2.
No, I just mean straight across
kicking,
into the over by the corner.
Wow, I'm surprised he's taking this on. This 2-5 is very makeable combo.
And the 1's pretty makeable too.
Yeah, and the guy that's shooting behind you, Josh, makes him very makeable.
This is okay too.
Oh, he's sold out.
Oh,
Just got to pay attention is all. Wow, Fedor could get, I mean, doubtful he gets 5 from here, but he might. Wow, that was just misjudged it a little bit.
I like the idea of just go ball first and but half that speed would have been fantastic.
You got to quiet the cue ball movement a little bit.
If he banks the 8 in on you from there, then you just have to give him, shake his hand and not worry about it.
Right. Surprising sellout there. Now, how do you do it first?
Well, I was just thinking that. I think he goes up for the 1 here first.
And then use the 1 to get to the back of the 14, maybe, huh? And the 8.
I was thinking the 2.
Yeah, that's fine too.
Yeah.
Either way. With 2 balls up there, though, man. Yeah, he's definitely going to have to use the 2 now.
Nope.
After shooting the 1.
It's weird. I'm not sure where he was going there. Maybe it was that thin. Okay, yeah, because he hit it pretty soft.
He's got to cut this bank a lot to make it. I don't know if drawing behind the 8 is really possible. Now, when you're close to it, you can really manipulate the cue ball along with cutting the object ball. But this wants to go long, big time. Maybe off the 2. Oh, my. Oh, my.
Pretty good result.
Yeah, and hard to give up, not give up a little something on the 8.
Right.
Other problem is you never know what Fedor might do as far as getting another ball in play.
He definitely needs to get the 12 in play if he's going to win the game, but he doesn't have to do it here.
I'll tell you a shot that's there. If he makes this, and say he gets kind of straight over here on the side rail on the 3 mark.
Yep.
He can play the 3 into the 12, where the 12 banks to his hole, and the 3 goes in and puts on the spot. You see that shot? Like, say he gets on the side rail, just shoot the 3 right into the edge of the 12. The 12 is going to bank towards Fedor's hole. The 3 is going to come on the spot. Might be a future shot we see. I say he's got to go a little bit. Got to go a little bit. Yeah, he wanted more out of it than that. So pretty free bank here for Fedor with position on the 1. I'd like to see that shot come up. Say he buries this bank.
Yeah,
it might come up if he gets these other 2 balls. So he's a pretty sharp guy. All right, you could tell he overcut it because he wanted the speed for the cue ball to lay on the rail behind the 1. Trying to get some protection if he happened to miss the bank. Super sweet stroke there. You can't just push the 8. I mean, if he could get at the 3, I mean, it wouldn't be the most terrible thing to lay on there, but I know the 1's there across the corner. Looks like a kiss if he long rail banks it to me. Yeah, that's what it looked like. Just something that's been there for a long time, Mark.
Yeah. Yes. I like his idea. He was going to let the cue ball go back across. He had that speed, but then when he hit heavy on the 8.
Yeah, it's just hard to avoid that kiss.
Yes.
Now, if you can hit draw, you can manipulate, right? But if you have to hit a high ball, even with side spin, it seems like tough to beat the kiss.
He was imagining a good shot, but it wasn't there.
A little thick. Oh. Now, this may have rested in a funny spot for Fedor, but still, Josh needs to bury those.
This is one of those in-between strokes because he doesn't want to lay into this, and he's going to have to hit, to score it, he'd have to go 2 cushions, have a bigger target. And this is one of those strokes, that half draw that Fedor has been really good at throughout. Yep, there it is. What that nice stroke that is. Even though he sold out the bank, he hit it with the right tempo.
Yeah, it's one thing if he needs 2 and Josh needs 1. He ain't even shooting that shot like that, right? But with needing 5, it gives him a chance to get into the game as well. All right, we got Josh Roberts on the board here in the finals. Everybody wants to see that.
2-1. This will be Fedor's last break here of the set, no matter how it goes. See Mitch Knuckles there in attendance right behind.
Yeah, I've actually got to meet him this week, and we hung out quite a bit. Or I say hung out, we've talked quite a bit.
He's a cool dude.
No, a real nice guy from Oregon, right? I
Yeah.
believe he's from Oregon.
Yeah, he's a Hold'em player. I like that. Another good thing.
All right.
That means he's not wrapped too tight. He plays old.
Josh asking a ref just to make sure he checks the rack, make sure it's somewhat straight. Hard to get it perfect, of course. Oh, real nice with that 3-6 hanging right there. That helps. Sometimes it can hurt and give you a cross corner, but a lot of times it guards balls when the cue ball's not getting up very high. All right, looks like a timeout by Josh. I think a good call.
Okay. We'll have a short player timeout, and we will be right back. All right, we're back now. We're all back. We're back.
Yeah, Mark, we were talking about this on the timeout, and really it's a process to get out of this break. To me, it's more, unless you want to go really aggressive, you got to shave to 3, get it out of play so Fedor doesn't have a bank. Fedor probably puts you back in the stack, but then that allows you to kick behind the 8 because the 3 has been moved. So we'll see. He's looking at the bank. Maybe no, he's thinning now. So we also talked about a number of maybe other, like right here, the 3 got dead off the 6 in the corner. I mean, I don't think you can hardly miss it on the kick shot, and that's another scenario that we talked about. And not only that, the kick is free as long as you aim low and come up into it. Like, you can't really even sell out. So we also talked about what the 3's going to do when he has to ticky it here. And I don't know about you, but it looks pretty good to me. I think it hits the low rail hair, but it's still a trapping shot. Cue ball in 6 should carry up into the 13.
And Fedor's been very accurate on these type kicks.
Yeah.
I remember he made a 2-ball combination.
He's just going to shave the 3. He doesn't like it. Now he's going to open the 3 back up a little bit. You don't want the 3 to move. Yeah, just like that. And now, again, he's got to ticky the 3 because he can't afford to leave the kick on the 3. Fedor will recognize that for sure. So Josh has really got to take his time here.
This could be tougher yet, though, to keep the cue ball down where he had it last time without hitting the 3 so heavy. So.
Yeah, but thin's okay. Even if you hit it thin and just rock it over a little bit,
But then the 1 and the 4-ball come back into play.
Yeah.
If he gets it over there, that's what I meant.
Hard to guard against everything, though.
Exactly. Exactly. You're going to have to take your medicine from here.
Rather than be going to an up-table shot rather than a little cross corner or a kick shot, I think. So just all you can do right now. Move the 3 where it's not kickable or playable on the bank. Good shot.
Now you can for sure see the 1 now.
Yeah, but that's what Josh wants.
Yeah.
Josh wants the cue ball to get opened up the table so he has some kind of way to get at that 8. So Josh, I think he's doing what he's supposed to do here. And that's the beautiful thing about the game. And I'll tell you what, again, the 3 on the 9 isn't too far off.
All right, but it's not as safe. It's not likely as safe as it once was.
Well, what about kicking at the 6? How good is kicking at the 6? That's completely safe.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty impossible for the cue ball to come up through the 7, 11, and the 13. So
if you hit the bottom half of the 6 and nothing goes in, the cue ball kind of leaks downward. But if you hit the high half of that 6, boy, oh boy, good things happen.
yeah. And if you hit it with a nice top English ball, you make it carry upward, right?
Yeah.
And then you can
Yeah.
even add a hair left spin if you want to make sure it carries upward.
Yeah. You can even nick the 13 on the way in and not get hurt too bad.
I'll tell you what, this 6 ball, he can hit it going up. He can hit it on the face, meaning on the side of it. There's a lot of good ways to hit this.
He's going to use some pace.
Yeah, hell yeah. Oh, how'd he go through everything? He made it, though. How'd he go through everything and not hit the 13 mark?
These pool balls do funny things sometimes.
Well, that saying used the other day. What is it? Fortune favors the brave.
Fortuna et favet. That's the Latin phrase.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah.
Now, so he can play the 11 into the 2, let the
Off the
11
10?
ball rub, and just it's totally a cue ball control. You want the cue ball right between the 6 and the 13 if you're playing that.
Well, and if the 2's not hitting the 3, the 11 might tickle off the 10 towards your pocket.
Right.
He's just going to kind of plant him here.
Don't blame him. Now he can't kick one, lightly.
On the 8?
Easy. It looks like he cut that off.
Yeah, he's got to maybe add a little spin, and the problem with that is the 3 is very playable.
Josh is thinking about just go wide open bank at the 2. Get out of this trouble. Maybe not.
Is there anywhere up table he can go? Is he trying to get him back on the pile here, banking the 7?
I thought maybe he's going across the table with the 7.
He practiced this kick shot before the match because he knew it was going to come up, and now's a good time to use it. The problem is, again, the 3. Oh, no. Oh, wow. Even better.
He wasn't playing that, but it did turn out favorable.
No, that's the role. He may have needed to really stretch this game 4 out.
Now he's on the ear. He can't escape. Well, I guess he can go down table.
I would.
Yeah,
I would. I mean, I wouldn't even go off the 4. I don't want to open the 8 right here. I want to.
Right, you want to protect that.
Yeah, I might even go one rail behind the pack. If you're going to take a foul, why not kick right here? One rail behind the pack by the side pocket.
Yeah,
right?
if we can grab the overhead real quick. There it is. Jeremy's saying, go ahead and do something more useful.
Yeah.
Try to get here rather than just go down. I agree.
Oh, he's shooting through the 2-11, so he likes the 2 coming back at him, is what it appears. But other balls are going to move. He's let him see the 8. So we're looking at a lengthy game if Josh does the right thing here. And I wouldn't have opened balls on his side. Now, the 7 didn't really open, fortunately, for Fedor.
That got Josh back into this.
Yeah. No, I'm guessing Fedor, by looking up the table there, he's probably going to kick behind the 8 and slide the rock up the rail. The thing on that kind of shot right there is you got to make sure the 8's not going into the 7 too much, okay? You don't want to dislodge those balls. This is about high English. You could have had a hair up left is all. More about the high English than anything, though. Yeah, beauty. A little off with the speed, but still I like the shot. Because all he's trying to do if he plants him on the rail up there is make it real hard for Josh to protect against those banks, the 3-6 and everything else.
Yeah.
Right? And you can see Josh's side of the table is still very bare.
Well, I guess he could cross the 4 and try to send the cue ball towards the clutter, the 1-2-14.
Yeah.
A lot going on there. I know.
Yeah, it's thin.
Just there's not much he's got going here
All right,
offensively.
If you're going to move a bunch of balls without balls on your side, you better take care of the cue ball because no one knows where they're going to end up. Oh, he's going mild. Okay, good choice, Josh. Thought he was rearing up to like bank that into those other balls hard, right?
Yeah.
Tell you what, though, this doesn't look good at all. If he can bank this 8 and get it kind of where the cue ball's at now and go follow up through it up to this corner again, that would be a huge ball to get on the low rail.
The 3 does bank back towards his hole off the 6, but that opens everything up, so no need to do that.
Yeah.
I like get the 8 ball back down there, like you said, and get the cue ball all the way down. It's mainly cue ball, really.
Yeah, and I think that's what he's doing, putting the 8 and trying to replace it where the cue ball's at, yeah. And the thing is, it might get funny up here with the 4 and make things tough. You know, you just never know what it's going to do, right? But it's in a good spot. And now Josh is really looking rough. Good thing he can get at the 10. Never mind. That helps. Certainly doesn't fix everything, but it helps.
Mm-hmm.
Now he kept him flat on the 13, which is nice. He can't really one rail the 13 and get the cue ball over where he'd want it. I don't think so, anyways. Now is he looking at banking the 10 2 rails around the 13 onto the 2 and bringing the cue ball to the right side of the table? Wow, what a shot!
That's a lot going on there. If you
but,
clip that 13, you can be in trouble, but maybe it's pretty good.
The guy's so darn accurate. Yeah, see, he's elevating. See? He's stunning this. He's a big ball. As long as he gets by the 13, he's got a big ball to hit with the 2. Swish. Ooh, he caught a little thin. Going to get a little carry on it, but
boy, what
I thought
a shot.
he chinned it at first.
What a shot he hit there. Look at his cue ball, too.
Yeah. That's where that practice comes in. You know, he isn't over here practicing one pocket, but he's over here practicing his execution. No easy mistakes, Josh. All right, pretty good. Still going to have to fade it for a little while, though. I think this 14 may go. That's what I think. I think there's just enough room to get it between the 1 and the 10. I think it sits really nice to throw back towards the hole, and the cue ball placement is good. I'd give this one a good chance, Mark. Oh, he hit it sweet. He hit it sweet. I know it didn't go, but still really good strike. All right, he's going to try and move some this time, it looks like. Oh, he just stopped his ball. He didn't stun it. Oh, my, what a mistake here to give up a cross corner, I think, anyways, right? Looks like a free cross corner, too. He can draw off the 3 right behind all them balls, and the stack is like
tangled up bad, yeah.
The 6 is going to move just a little bit. Maybe he can bank the 6 first. Yeah, it looks like maybe the 6 is the shot, Mark.
I don't know. It seems a little bit high. I like the cue ball with him. You think you can bend it off of that?
I think so.
Okay.
And if you look at the 6 and 3, really the 3's attached to that 6 and aim downward. That's a great camera view there. Here he can be aggressive going into the bottom of the 12 too, and he's, 7 to 8 out of 10 on the bank probably.
Oh, I see. You're saying go right into the. I was talking about bending around the clutter and leave the junk there, but then you have to be careful of the side pocket too, and it might not even be available to make the bank with all that either.
Yeah, I think he uses some of those to get out.
Okay, yeah, that's better.
The bank, yeah.
Oh, if he makes this, there's gonna be stuff moving.
Yeah, and maybe Josh has gotten fortunate that he didn't get the 3 ball. We'll see.
Well,
somehow he went through those balls.
He did get the 3, didn't he?
He did? Okay,
yeah.
Well, Josh is in a lot of trouble. But we're on the cusp of seeing something we've never seen before. You know, a guy winning the first 2 divisions with, we may have seen that before, but we're on the cusp of maybe somebody winning all 3.
Well, I don't think we have seen somebody win in the first 2 divisions.
Okay, well, I didn't know for sure. I know Shane, he lost to Mora in the final of the bank that year when he won the one pocket in 2012. I think that was the last time maybe we had a final like this.
Just going to try to get up on the 7 here.
I think so. I might come for the 2 because there's so many balls, right? I mean, there's so many balls up the table with the 14 and the 10.
Well, he did just that.
Yeah. I think that was a smart play because he's going to be able to break open the 4 and 1 with 2 choices right there. 100% this guy will break them out. And that's why, like, you see the Alex Pagalians and Darren's and all them, when they do that one hole, you know, the one hole ghost or whatever you want to call it, they run so many balls because once they get a few next to each other, they don't care if they're tied up or not. They're going to open them. And Josh is not happy, and I understand it.
Yeah, he's just got to be hopeful that he gets back to the table one more time. It's the best he can hope for from here.
Yeah, these 3 guaranteed balls if the 2 goes down, and probably those next 2 with the 4 and 1. So the beautiful thing about this is he can take away the 10 first if he wants, which I would. And then when he comes across shooting the 14, the 1's going to push downward a little bit and very hard not to get a shot. So he's going to shoot it now because he lays so nice. I thought he could get the same angle, though.
But light draw and leaves
just
the
real
1.
light.
Leaves the 1.
Yeah. So now playing for 3. But I thought when he could shoot the 10 and really get the same angle, to be honest with you, to like feel good about getting the same angle on the 14, and then he shoots the 14 and has the 1 and 7 last.
Might have been a thing where he had the angle, he didn't want to work back and make sure if he gets thin on there, then it doesn't work.
You know, he's a smart guy. So he knows he is human, even though he's trying to prove us otherwise. But
yeah,
he knows that, hey, I'm perfect now. Let's not make a mistake. I got a stranglehold on this championship if I just keep it simple.
Nice. Checked it up with a little inside spin. Perfect speed.
Yeah,
got the cue ball away from the rail.
And probably he can go either, but I think top English. The draw stroke looks a little cuttish on the 7, like he's got to cut it a little bit. So.
Yep.
He can do either, though. He's got enough stroke to be able to do it, but I think just this high ball with maybe a half a tip of left.
I think the high ball plays another 15% more accurate.
I agree.
Is why. You know, you don't have to elevate the cue. The only thing you have to be mindful of, you don't want to go clear into the side pocket, so you want to stay way wide of that. So it just means just a hint of spin.
Yeah, just like I said, a half tip of left maybe.
Yeah, and that makes the accuracy, at least get on 7 no matter what you do here.
Yeah, and the one thing about the draw is that rail doesn't want to grab it on the slick table like it does the outer ones. Oh, this is going to be beautiful, and I wouldn't doubt that Josh concedes it. Josh is one true competitor, and he appreciates the other champions like himself.
Well, what pocket division? Fedor raises both hands. Good for him.
Yeah, congratulations, Fedor Gorst. Josh Roberts, great shooting. You'll get a banner up here before you know it. Wow, wins the first 2 events. Get you some, Mark.
Really love his thinking throughout the whole event. Every time we watched him, he's thinking so clearly, and then he's supporting with great execution. So.
Yeah, and he might not know one pocket up and down, but one thing, he knows himself real well, and that's one thing that maybe he shows more than any other player.
This has been an Accu-Stats video production. Thank you again for joining us. Hope to see you again soon. So long.